myself. Sort of answers many questions about maybe product management itself, Tinder, tech industry, sort of my experience, advice that I can possibly give. So high level, my background is mostly in design. I went to Chapman University, studied business, entrepreneurship, graphic design down there. Really didn't have much direction in terms of tech or product management. There's a lot of sort of entrepreneurial habits and hobbies that led me down this path. So typically also I like to start off by figuring out who is here. And last time we went through and sort of talked to every single person before we got started, but that's gonna be tough. How about like show of hands? Is there anybody here that's currently a product manager and is here tonight? Okay, nice, unique fraction. Anybody in the tech industry right now working, building mobile products, digital, web, anything like that? Okay. Also, anybody just, how about just like aspiring product, curious about it, want to learn more about the space and build cool stuff? Probably the vast majority. Cool. Anyway, thanks for coming again. Diving right back into sort of who I am, my background. When I was in college, the first sort of startup I got involved in was called Soleil Bicycles. They're actually still headquartered in Venice Beach, but it was a couple friends and I designing bicycles, getting the parts ordered from China, Taiwan, overseas, waiting 3 months for them to send us a sample, seeing how bad this bicycle was, and rinse, repeat, trying to build a really cost-effective, stylish bicycle that we could sell in the flatland areas, like Los Angeles, Orange County, to college students and people who couldn't, drop a lot of money on bicycles. So that, with every iteration, got better and better. With the brand and presence in Venice one day in, I'd say, 2012, we actually got some traction. Now they have a store at the new USC student campus building that just went up. I've been less involved now, but they've been able to grow their brand, sell more bikes, more models, and it's been great to see their growth. I basically was also in college working on a couple different ideas when I was still a student. We were interested in designing performance under apparel for athletes. So talking like boxer briefs, and we were really frustrated by the fact that the underwear that we were using didn't allow mobility, didn't allow us to hold our phones anywhere. Most athletic shorts didn't have pockets. So I worked with a couple buddies again and some people in the fashion district in LA to develop a fabric that made sense for this sort of use case, to work on the cut and sew on the actual pairs, and actually refine this product and patent a side pocket that allowed users to slip their phone in their pocket or surfers their keys when they were going out to the water and securely store that and like have full range of motion and work out more efficiently. So that was another fun side project that I thought was going to take off. I thought that was going to be my big break, right? But as in product, we never right the first time. And one thing led to the next. Worked with a nonprofit called the Kairos Society. Kairos Society brings together entrepreneurs from all around the world for a summit. It was on the New York Stock Exchange for a couple of years. Their summit was also in Laguna, I think, last year, in New York again this year. But they basically needed a brand identity that would bring all these college students together and help them meet and solve Fortune 500 companies' big problems. These say like 50 startups, entrepreneurs, and then several other fellows of this Kairos program would get together, and then sponsors like Autodesk, like Johnson & Johnson and GE would come in, their sort of COOs, CTOs would come in and ask the big problems that they're trying to solve. Those students would get to work on those problems, and through the end of the summit, would have some ideas and some prototypes and concepts for them to try out. Sort of an innovative approach for entrepreneurs addressing big tech company problems. Through that, I actually got an offer to design a deck that's a pitch document to raise seed financing for a company called Human. Human was going to try to build several things in the beginning, but their main idea was a smart contacts app, integrated with Facebook, LinkedIn, with email, calendar, the whole thing, to try to give you like one source of truth for everyone you know. And it was all the intelligent hard work was done on the device securely, so that we couldn't read any of the data. That was a big selling point. But also to do this really cool thing that when you met somebody new, got their phone number or email address and put it into Human, it would show their photo from our database, their current work from LinkedIn that someone might have, and say how many mutual friends you might have in common. So we were trying to create this like small real-world connections in app, and that was definitely the coolest part of Human. A few years into Human, we tried this new product idea cooking out that one product feature into its own app called Knock Knock, which was a success and a series of failures in itself, but that product